The transfer of the goal machine Victor Osimhen, the Nigerian sensation, is very close. His transfer to the football club Arsenal is closer than ever before. We are talking about a football player who scored a couple of goals, a big number of goals, and is definitely been making rounds and rounds. And despite the fact that we are going to be looking into Victor Osimhen, we also have more football players to talk about, as the summer transfer window is going to be a very busy one. We've got to talk about the one and only Benjamin Sesko, the RB Leipzig football players, also been making rounds, and at this moment in time we've got the greatest of information to talk about when we talk about the football player, the RB Leipzig football player, Benjamin Sesko. Not forgetting, there is definitely that big possibility that his destination is the club Arsenal, as Arsenal have also gone on and learned about something new about the football player, and we're talking about a release clause, and Arsenal is willing to get very much into him. Also, not forgetting that there is a third football player, a Barcelona superstar, who is being viewed by the club Arsenal, and Arsenal are really very interested in signing the gentleman. And guess what? We are talking about one of those football players that has been making rounds recently, and this football player is still very young and talented, and we are talking about MIKAYIL Faye, who is a Senegalese professional football player, and will be noted that he's playing for Barcelona, and the club Arsenal are saying we definitely want your services. So it's gonna be a very wonderful one. First of all, we've got different information coming in from different sources, and I'll be bringing to you everything you definitely need to know about this very transfer. A lot has to be done in this summer transfer window. First of all, starting with, we need to start with the one and only Victor Osimhen and his potential move to the club Arsenal. So Victor Osimhen has been making rounds, and since some time ago, the links were quite there for the club Arsenal, but now everybody knows that it's a very massive opportunity for Arsenal to sign a sensational professional football player. And knowing that Alexander Isak is out of the reach for the club Arsenal, it will be noted that Victor Osimhen has availed himself and said he is available. Arsenal, come and sign me. That is definitely what is going on. And before we go any further, we're going to be seeing something from the Mirror, which is quite a reliable source. And let's see exactly what the Mirror has to go on and say about this transfer. The Mirror is a UK newspaper, and it always brings the latest transfer updates. Let's see what they've got for us. So what does the Mirror have to say, ladies and gentlemen, as we talk about Victor Osimhen? Anyway, let's first talk about Victor Osimhen and his potential transfer before we look at any other transfer in this very one. So I will be noted that the Mirror says that Victor Osimhen expects Arsenal transfer bid as Napoli line up replacements. That's quite good, So Napoli striker Victor Osimhen is expected to move into the summer transfer window, and the Nigerian international reckons that Arsenal will make a play for his services, and that's quite good. And we're giving you this right about here from the Arsenal Hub with me, your very host, Abu Carls. So Victor Osimhen believes that Arsenal will come calling in the summer transfer window as clubs weigh up a move for the Napoli superstar. The Nigerian superstar, who is 25 years of age, is expected to leave Naples this very summer after hinting that he had made a decision on his next step back in January. And Victor Osimhen, who fired Napoli to a Serie A title last time, is believed to be are going to the Premier League, and Arsenal are one of those clubs that are interested in signing him. And the prolific striker are expecting to receive an approach from Arsenal in these coming weeks. Italian outlet Gazzetta dello Sport have outlined that Victor Osimhen believes Arsenal will make contact with their desired with a desire to sign a striker this very summer, although the Gunners have not yet registered an interest in the player, and that comes in from the Mirror and about Victor Osimhen, and I think that's definitely something that we need to discuss. So does Arsenal should Arsenal go on and sign Victor Osimhen? I think he's a very brilliant one, He's definitely a very good one, and let's hope things really move on quite well. Anyway, let us know what you think in the comment section about Victor Osimhen and his potential move to the club. His potential move to the club Arsenal. As me personally, I think it would definitely be a very good deal for Arsenal, as Arsenal are looking for a striker, and if you buy, but the thing is the release, the amount around 110 million pound. If Arsenal can do that, then that would definitely be great. Anyway, I think at this moment in time we're going to be looking into Benjamin Sesko and his potential move to the club Arsenal, and what exactly is happening with Benjamin Sesko, as we already know that the Sun has some information for us. But before we get there, let's first discuss again a bit before we get to Benjamin Sesko. Let's still discuss a bit more about the superstar Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen, there's been, why is he now fully into Arsenal, and why is Arsenal really interested in him? Plus also, we know that there's been quite competition from Chelsea. Chelsea wanted Victor Osimhen, and they had a few talks with him, but looks things did not go on quite well for Chelsea. And the fact that Chelsea, they've got a new manager, and you cannot predict what's going to happen next season. I can't blame him saying no to Chelsea, because they've got a new manager. They could be having 3 bad seasons. Chelsea is not patient with managers. They've changed 5 managers in a very short period of time. So, how will Chelsea what would Chelsea bring on the table for Victor Osimhen? What would they tell him? Well, they say they're building a project, but I think they need to be patient with managers, So, whereas Arsenal has been very patient with the current manager, so Mikel Arteta has transformed Arsenal, and any football player would definitely love to play for the club Arsenal. So I'm not surprised that we're talking about Victor Osimhen is interested in this move. He wants the move himself. He wants that move, and he doesn't want to move to the Saudi Pro League. The Saudi Pro League is willing to give him quite a lot of money, but he's not willing to go to the Saudi Pro League. Anyway, let's see what the Sun has something to say about. What has the Sun have to say about the football player Benjamin Sesko? Anyway, let's get the party started. The Sun, let me get something about Benjamin Sesko. I think Evening Standard also is a very good one. So the Standard also is a very good one, as they're saying the Transfer News Live. Arsenal set Sesko deadline. Chelsea confirm Maresca. Manchester United, Olise Blow. That's not. We just need something about Arsenal. Anyway, meanwhile, Arsenal are stepping up their striker search after giving up on Alexander Isak, as I told you before, and this is coming in from the Sun. And RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko has emerged as the frontliner and could arrive for around £55 million due to a release clause, but a deadline of June 14th has been set to complete the transfer. And Emil Smith Rowe Meanwhile, is being tracked by Fulham. That's quite good news. Anyway, so Benjamin Sesko and his potential move to the club Arsenal is definitely getting very closer every other day. Every other day, this transfer is getting very, very close. Let us know what you think about Benjamin Sesko. And then there is a young kid, Barcelona superstar, and is called Faye, who is more than interested in signing for Arsenal. He wants that move. He wants to make that move to Arsenal, and MIKAYIL Faye is in talks with Arsenal to see how this transfer can be facilitated, as the player is interested and the manager, the club is also saying we can you can definitely have him. We can give him to you. So Barcelona is in talks with Arsenal about the potential transfer of MIKAYIL Faye, who is a very good centre back and still young, very young, one for the future. Call him one of the biggest wonder kids in the world at the moment. Thank you, and please subscribe and ring the notification bell. My name is Abu Kals.